How Friar Bacon Saved a Gentleman that had given himself to the Devil. Edited by William J. Thoms. In Oxfordshire there lived a gentleman that had, through his riotous expenses, wasted a fair inheritance that was left him by his father, after which he grew so poor. Same thing happened to Aleister Crowley, right? That he had not wherewith to buy himself so much bread as would maintain his miserable life. The memory of his former state that he had lived in, and the present want that he now sustained, made him grow desperate, and regardless both of his soul and body's estate, which gave the devil occasion to work upon his weakness in this manner following. Some people say that you can't turn to religion or whatever until your education or your bodily needs are, per se, taken care of, but you can do them all together, right? Or do your best with them all together, right? On a time, he being alone, full of grief and care, grief for his follies past, and care how to get a poor living for the remainder of his days, the devil came to him and asked him what he wanted. He came not in a shape terrible, but like an old pennyfather. This gentleman was amazed at his so deigned presence, but hearing him demand of his wants, he took to him courage and said, I want all things. I want money to buy my apparel, money to buy me meat, money to redeem my land, and money to pay my debts. Can or will you help me in this misery? I will, answered the devil, on some conditions, help you to money, for to supply all these wants, and that so dainly. On any condition, said the gentleman, help me, and I swear, for to perform them, I take no oaths, answered the devil. I must have bonds. If you will do so, meet me by the woods side tomorrow morning, and there I will have the money ready. I will, said the gentleman, for he, poor man, was glad of it on any occasions, on any conditions, as he said before. The next day he went to the woods where the devil had promised to meet him. Long had he not been there, but he beheld the devil coming, and after him 2 other serving men with bags of money. This rejoiced the poor gentleman's heart to think that he should once again live like a man. The devil coming to him said, Son, I will perform my promise unto you, if that you will seal to the conditions that I have here already drawn. Willingly, said the gentleman. I will. I pray read them. The devil read them to this effect. Man, that he lent him so much money as he should have need of, to be employed to these uses following. First, to redeem his mortgaged land, next to pay his debts, lastly to buy him such necessaries as he wanted. This to be lent on this condition, that so soon as he had paid all his debts, that he should be at the lender's disposing, and his without any delay, freely to yield himself to him upon the first demand of aforesaid lender. To this the gentleman sealed, and had the money carried to his chamber, with which money he in short time redeemed his land, and bought such things as he needed, and likewise paid all his debts, so that there was not any man that could ask him 1 penny. Thus lived this gentleman, once again in great credit, and grew so great a husband, that he increased his estate, and was richer than ever his father before him was. But long did this joy of his not continue. For one day, he being in his study, the devil appeared unto him, and he did tell him that now his land was redeemed, and his debts paid, and therefore the time was come that he must yield himself to his mercy, as he was bound by bond. This troubled the gentleman to hear, but more to think how he must become a slave to a stranger that he did not know, for he knew not as yet that he was the devil. But being urged to answer for himself by the devil, he said that he had not as yet paid all his debts, and therefore as yet he was not liable to the bond's strict conditions. At this the devil seemed angry, and with a fearful noise transformed himself to an ugly shape, saying, Alas, poor wretch, these are poor excuses that thou framest. I know them all to be false, and so will prove them to thy face tomorrow morning, till when I leave thee to despair. So with great noise he went his way, leaving the gentleman half dead with fear. When he was gone, the gentleman, reviving, bethought himself in what a miserable state he was now in. Then wished he that he had lived and died poorly. Then cursed he all his ambitious thoughts that led him first to desire again that wealth which he had so vainly by his right lost. Then would he curse his prodigal expenses that were the original of all his misery. Thus was he tormented a long time in his mind. At last he fully resolved to end his wretched life by some violent death, and to that end he went forth thinking to kill himself, which he had done, had it not been for the friar. For as he was falling upon a sword, Friar Bacon came by and called him to hold, which he did. Friar Bacon demanded of him the cause why he was so desperate that he would run headlong to hell. Oh, sir, said he, the cause is great, and the relation is so terrible to me, that I would entreat you not to trouble me any more, but to leave me to my own will. His answer filled the friar with amazement and pity both at once, which made him urge him in this manner: Sir, should I leave you to this wilful damnation, I were unfit ever hereafter to wear or touch any robe that belongeth unto the holy order, whereof I am a brother. You know, I doubt not, that there is given power to the church to absolve penitent sinners. Let not your wilfulness take away from you that benefit which you may receive by it. Freely confess yourself, I pray you, unto me, and doubt not but I shall give your troubled conscience ease. Father, said this gentleman, I know all that you have spoken is truth, and I have many times received comfort from the Mother Church. I dare not say R, for I fear that she will never receive me for a child. I have no part in her benediction, yet since you request so earnestly the cause, I will tell you, hear it and tremble. Know then that I have given myself to the devil for a little wealth, and he tomorrow in this wood must have me. Now have you my grief, but I know not how to get comfort. This is strange, quoth Friar Bacon. Be of good comfort, penitential tears may do much, which see you do not spare. Soon I will visit you at your house, and give you that comfort, I hope, that will beget you again to goodness. The gentleman with these words was somewhat comforted and returned home. At night Friar Bacon came to him, and found him full of tears for his heinous offenses. For these tears he gave him hope of pardon, and demanded further what conditions he had made with the devil. The gentleman told him how that he had promised himself to him so soon as he had paid all his debts, which he now had done, for he owed not one penny to any man living. Well, said Friar Bacon, continue thy sorrow for thy sins, and tomorrow meet him without fear, and be thou content to stand to the next man's judgment that shall come that way, whether thou dost belong to the devil or no. Fear not, but do so, and be thou assured that I will be he that shall come by, and will give such judgment on thy side, that thou shalt be free from him. And with that, Friar Bacon went home, and the gentleman went to his prayers. And how can any organization claim that it has the authority to forgive sins and all that? Maybe they can teach you how to be forgiven, but in the morning, the gentleman, after that he had blessed himself, went to the wood where he found the devil ready for him. So soon as he came near, the devil said, Now, deceiver, are you come? Now shalt thou see that I can and will prove that thou hast paid all thy debts, and therefore thy soul belongeth to me. Thou art a deceiver, said the gentleman, and gavest me money to cheat me of my soul. For else, why wilt thou be thy own judge? Let me have some other to judge between us. Content, said the devil, take whom thou wilt. Then I will have, said the gentleman, the next man that cometh this way. Hereto the devil agreed. No sooner were these words ended, but Friar Bacon came by, to whom this gentleman speak and requested. Well, I would say spoke, but all these things with the E at the end, and that he would be judge in a weighty matter, and that's spelled differently than one is used to spelling, between them two. The friar said he was content, so both parties were agreed. The devil said they were, and told Friar Bacon how the case stood between them in this manner. Know, friar, that I sing this prodigal, like the star for want of food, lent him money, not only to buy him victuals, but also to redeem his lands and pay his debts, conditionally that, so soon as his debts were paid, that he should give himself freely to me. To this, here is his hand, showing him the bond. Now my time is expired, for all his debts are paid, which he cannot deny. The case is plain. If it be so that his debts were paid, his silence confirms it, said the devil. Therefore, give him a just sentence. I will, said Friar Bacon. But first tell me, pointing to the gentleman, didst thou never yet give the devil any of his money back, nor require him any ways? Never had he anything of me as yet, answered the gentleman. Then never let him have anything of thee, and thou art free, deceiver of mankind, said he, speaking to the devil. It was thy bargain, never to meddle with him so long as he was indebted to any. Now how canst thou demand of him anything, when he is indebted for all that he hath to thee? When he payeth thee thy money, then take him as thy due. Till then thou hast nothing to do with him, and so I charge thee to be gone. At this the devil vanished with great horror, but Friar Bacon confronted the gentleman and sent him home with a quiet conscience, bidding him never to pay the devil's money back, as he tendered his own safety, which he promised for to observe. And sometimes the unknown is more serious than the known, right? People fear calamities that they don't even know what they are. They don't even know that they're going to take place. Could have been some basic work that would have been fine,